Have you ever had someone fade from your life without warning? It isn't a breakup. It isn't a fight. It's a disappearance. No argument, no dramatic ending, no explanation. They just stopped. Stopped replying, stopped calling, stopped showing up. And when the silence sets in, you are left with one painful question. What did I do wrong? We replay conversations, scroll text history, scan our tone. We wonder if that joke was too harsh. We search for a mistake, but maybe the real reason isn't about your behavior. It's about what your presence made them feel. Sometimes people don't leave because they are hurt. They leave because they feel exposed. Your brain's main job isn't happiness, it's safety. Not physical safety, psychological safety. When you start healing, you disrupt the ecosystem of your relationships. Your mind protects the story you tell yourself about who you are. And if you challenge their story, their nervous system perceives you as a predator, not a friend. It doesn't say, I feel insecure. It doesn't say, I feel threatened. It simply says, create distance. Put down the guilt. Stop rereading the texts. Let's go deep into the 5 triggers that silently push people away. Trigger 1. The mirror effect. This is the mirror effect. Humans love people who validate their current selves. Shared misery creates comfort. But when you grow, you become a mirror. You stop complaining. You start waking up early. You start reading. You start setting boundaries. And suddenly, you are not a mirror of who they are, but of who they could be. Imagine you have a friend, Mike. You both used to bond over junk food and complaining. Then, you start going to the gym. You meal prep. You aren't judging, you're just doing you. Every time Mike sees your salad, he doesn't just see a salad. He sees his own lack of discipline. Your boundaries highlight what they tolerate. You never criticize them. You never said a word. But inside, something whispers, I'm not where I want to be. Psychologist Carl Jung called this the shadow, the parts of ourselves we deny. When you shine a light, you cast a shadow on them. That discomfort is painful. Most people cannot sit with that pain. So instead of facing it, they step away. They don't leave you. They leave the version of themselves they don't want to confront. Trigger 2. Status insecurity. Trigger 2 cuts deep into our evolutionary programming. We like to think we are modern humans, but our brains are wired for the tribe. In a tribe, status meant survival, fall to low, and you were at risk. Humans constantly compare themselves, even when they don't admit it. When your confidence rises, your life improves, your mindset changes. Something primal happens in the brain of those around you. They don't just see your success, their brain registers a shift in social position. If you go up, and they stay still, relatively, they've gone down. They feel less than. There's a phenomenon called tall poppy syndrome, cutting down the flower that grows higher. But in modern friendships, they don't cut you down with a sword. They cut you down with silence. Not because you tried to shine, but because their identity is built on comparison. When the ego feels threatened, it chooses distance over growth. Trigger 3. Expectation pressure. Trigger 3 is subtle. Your growth raises the emotional standard in the room. Before, the standard of friendship was low. TV, gossip, comfort. Now, you hold yourself to higher standards, ideas, integrity, meaningful conversation. Just being around you now requires energy. They don't leave you, they leave the pressure inside themselves. They escape to a space where staying the same is still celebrated. Trigger 4. Emotional contrast. Your calm highlights their chaos. Your peace exposes their lack of boundaries. The room's vibration changes. If they are addicted to drama, your peace feels uncomfortable. Instead of healing, they retreat. They look for someone resonating with their frequency, validating their chaos, not because you changed too much, but because you changed in a direction they weren't ready to follow. Trigger 5. Identity threat. People define themselves by roles. I'm the strong one. I'm the fixer. I'm the protector. When you heal, grow, or take control, you threaten their role. They don't know who they are relative to you anymore. Distance feels safer than improvising a new role. Conclusion, truth, and alignment. If someone disappears when you grow, it doesn't mean you're losing people. It means you're outgrowing the versions of yourself built for survival, not truth. The people who left, they were perfect for your old version. You changed your shape. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next chapter. Some are bridges they help you cross, but don't accompany you. And that is not rejection. That is alignment. Thank you for watching. Share a time you experienced that. I read every comment. I'm Stick Mindset, and I'll see you in the next one.